Has him at the 45 already.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
On first down, Mahomes steps away to his left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That's complete. Right around the lane. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Butker now to kick this. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Shakes off the sack. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Connor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. First carry for James Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Here's Roethlisberger. Throw that side complete to Smith-Schuster. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll get them a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
One thing to keep when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this 1st half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very
I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On play action, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect. Pass.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He is going to find Hill here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Side of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Bud Dupree able to run him down for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Butker now to kick this one away. To return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run with Connor. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Roethlisberger now 8 of 11 in this 1st half. He's got it 1st and 10. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle. And it's incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Wide open receiver complete. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Roethlisberger throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out.
And it'll be intercepted. It's the sack master, Justin Houston, who comes up with it.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They go play action here on first down. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
He's going to let this one go deep. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And going deep for... And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
15 yards is the pick up there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can, and I think it starts with him taking contact and shedding people trying to get him on the ground. That's when he becomes the most elusive.
Yeah, something he honed back at the University of Miami in Ohio.
Yeah, and they didn't get him down in the MAC. It's hard to get him down in the NFL.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.